Live from the Las Vegas Strip studio in scintillating Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Bettor Center Live. I'm your host, Brad Stein. You can watch us daily, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, Saturdays, we do it 7 a.m. Sundays, we do it 8 a.m., usually hosted by Loule Diamond. But sometimes I come in on Sundays when I'm able to get to the studio. Hope you had a wonderful Monday. You enjoyed the doubleheader. We have a great show for you today. We have two sports handicappers here. That's right, just two, but they're powerful. Our Red Rifle is back. That is one of them. They're here to give us a little insight, to give us some feedback, some information, and of course, to help make us some money. We're going to introduce those two boys right now. Of course, we have Loule Diamond the first. Hello. And our Red Rifle, Mr. Tony Gulledge. Guys, welcome back to the show. Happy Tuesday to both of you.
Hey, good morning. It's good to see you, Brad. Haven't seen you in a bit. Glad to see you.
Yeah. Look at you. You got the tie, the hair slicked back. Pat Riley, looking good.
Thank you.
Good morning, Brad.
All right, Louis, what did you learn from yesterday, Loule Diamond?
What did I learn from yesterday? Well, number one, I guess I can make Dennis Green look like a pussycat when it comes to getting triggered at something. That was, but I probably knew that beforehand. If you saw the show yesterday, just had enough of we knew who they thought they are, because there we go. So other than that, I learned that the Bills very well, could be back in the talk of the team to challenge in the AFC East after Pittsburgh's, big, embarrassing. I wouldn't say it really was an embarrassing loss, because at the end of the day, I'm glad Paul Bovey tipped us off a little bit early on Friday, gave us the Skins at +9. So I was in on it, rode the Skins, and yesterday we had a little money line opinion on the game as well. So I learned that defense in Washington is something that the rest of the NFC East is going to have to worry about, and we'll see what happens here tonight in another NFC game.
Tony, let me ask you a question here. The Buffalo Bills, big victory. One of their struggles this year was against the run, defensively, but definitely against the run. They had some difficulty. They played well yesterday, and Mostert was back for San Francisco, played well. Are you a believer in the Buffalo Bills?
We'll see how they pan out at the end here. I feel pretty certain they're going to make the playoffs, but their viability is going to depend on how well that defense can hold up in a key game and a key struggle against a better team. Bottom line, they're going to have to beat somebody better than them. That was a good win, no doubt. Any win in the NFL is a good win, and when you're trying to get into the playoffs, you need every win you can get. These games are vital. So check mark for Buffalo. I still have my question marks, but I have questions about almost every team. Great job from them last night to get the win. They needed it.
Yeah, what else did you learn from yesterday, Tony?
Well, I'll tell you one thing that really irked me, and it was the Pittsburgh game, 14-0, got down to the end of the first half, and Alex Smith ran off the field with the ball as the clock's running, 4th down. They're trying to bring the field goal unit on, and the refs inexplicably stopped that clock to bring on a kicking ball. It is responsibility of the team. I know this rule, and I'm waiting for somebody from the league to officially explain why they allowed this to happen. It is, if you're going to replace the ball, normally in that circumstance, you just use the ball that's there, give it to that guy. But if Alex Smith's going to run off the field with the ball, there must be a guy to spin one to the ref, that kicking ball right then. You don't get to stop the clock. It is up to you to give them the ball. For whatever reason, they let that slide. There should have been a 10-second runoff, and that's the end of the half because they stopped it with about 8 seconds. I thought it was a break for the Redskins. They got the 3 points, and they came out of the locker room and got a touchdown. I thought it kind of changed the momentum of the game. Redskins made a huge error there with the 2 sacks. Got basically, I thought, killed their chance. But what I will note for them, and of course I got a fly in my I feel like Mike Pence at the debate with the fly floating around here. Really, it came down to Pittsburgh's players didn't make the plays. I thought Tomlin decided you could have been aggressive on Alex Smith. I thought that would have been the best play on a lot of those plays in the fourth quarter. They should have been all out blitzing him, making him make the throws. But instead, they kind of didn't blitz, did blitz. I thought it gave Alex Smith enough time to get those throws off. I think Tomlin was letting his players make the plays to win the game, and last night they didn't. It was got to be a disappointing loss for Pittsburgh, even with an 11-1 record. If you look down the list of games they've won, it's not overly impressive. So I think, to me, to really view them as a concrete contender, they still have a lot left to prove coming down the stretch, and that was just not a very good performance against a mediocre to bad team. Let's be honest, the football team is not that great. And you made Alex Smith look like Joe Montana the way he moved this team into position to win late. So that's what I thought about that game. Refs first. That was a serious game malfeasance by the refs to stop that clock and allow them to get that field goal off the way they did. That's just the way I feel about that. I thought that was an egregious error by the refs last night.
Yeah, I don't know about your city over there in Arizona, but over here they wouldn't play the game. It wasn't for free. My dad had it on the Sunday ticket, but I couldn't get it.
Right, that's how I had to get it. Sunday ticket preview. Okay. They actually did a free preview last night. For those that actually noticed, because I noticed on my local Fox affiliate the game wasn't on, and I'm like, well, where the hell am I supposed to get the game? So as I hit the guide back up, it showed NFL ticket free preview 7/12 with that game listed. So that's how I figured out where to go watch the game. But yeah,
well, good for you, our Red Rifle. But unfortunately, here in Las Vegas, we could not watch a game, so I had to listen to the game. Louis, I'm sure you have the Sunday ticket and you were able to watch it.
I got a few Sunday tickets, so the golden tickets. So, unfortunately, I was actually tied up at the office because I had a lot of basketball and I had a football game there going. So didn't have that opportunity to sit and watch too much, but I did see the highlight where, as Alex Smith is holding the ball, he actually looks at the camera and smiles like he knew what he was doing there. So he hustled him, and it worked for him yesterday.
Well, he knew what he was doing because it's smart to take that ball off so that ref doesn't get it, because you want the kicking ball. But that dude is supposed to sit there and throw it right to the ref. I've seen this before where they've done it, but for whatever reason, the guy with the kicking ball wasn't there to give it to the ref, and you can see the guy running up asking for the ball. And then he does his hands like this. All of a sudden, he decides to stop the clock. It was ridiculous. I'm like, holy hell, under no circumstance should that clock stop running unless Pittsburgh called a timeout because the Redskins had none. It was basically a Keystone Cops, but the refs blew that. That was a referees blew that call. Once it went upstairs, they should have said 10-second runoff, and there was 8 seconds. That should have been the end of the half right there, no questions asked, but they let them kick it. I don't know why, but they did let them kick it.
I don't know why either, but I'll tell you what I do know. We have Tuesday Night Football. We have a very special team, the Dallas Cowboys. Their quarterback, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, kind of looks a little similar to our Mr. Great White Capper over here, Tony Gulledge. Let's look at the comparison. Goodness. Oh, nice. Ouch. Look at that fresh red hair. See, that's like 30 years of red hair. Maybe, what is he, 31,
Mine's a little more auburn. Mine's a little darker. Maybe when I was younger, it was that color. That's pretty bright.
Okay.
When I was younger, it was a little brighter than now, but that's a little bright coming from Andy Dalton. That's almost pumpkin orange. It's pretty bright.
That looks like a real sweet potato. Yours is more like a dirty yam, like a garnet yam. That's like a fresh sweet potato.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love it.
Hey,
all right, guys. The Cowboys at the Baltimore Ravens. Both teams are struggling. They both lost 4 out of their last 5 games. This opened up with an over-under 45. It just moved to 45.5. Not a big move. Ravens -10, currently -9.5. We're going to start with Loule Diamonds. Who do you like and why?
Well, this is a tough game to say who do you like, because no matter what you're doing, you're not going to like much, except for the only thing I can feel vibe on this game would probably, I even hate to say it because the Cowboys are involved, but, probably an under. I don't know. It's a very low number. Are the Cowboys going to actually be the team that's going to be able to stifle Lamar? I'm assuming Lamar's in it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we got the 100%, but it's been reported on NFL Network that he's going to be starting. So, or they expect him to start. So, And, Lamar has had the struggle passing. Is Dallas's defense going to have the ability to contain him with all this pressure on him right now? I don't know. I don't think this is the spot to be backing the Cowboys. I cannot lay the 9.5, but I can open a teaser with it and maybe tease it with the under. But I can't feel a big, strong vibe in this game as far as making a big play at all. I mean, the Ravens, they come in, 5-14 against the number as a home favorite, and now they're struggling. Do they get better today? I know it's the Cowboys. It's a great chance for them, but it's a tough thing to go against, to back. 2-8 following straight up, 2-8 against the spread following a straight up loss. So they're not really the big bounce back team either. And so I'm not feeling too much love whatsoever in the game, but maybe teasing either side may be worthy and maybe teasing the under, but it's tough to find a lot of love here. I got some college basketball where I got some love. I know Tony's got some college basketball with some love, but I'm having a tough time finding a real trigger on this game here today. Maybe Tony's got something to offer us.
Yeah, maybe Tony Gulledge does, but Lamar Jackson looks like he is playing, and we know that the Dallas Cowboys are the worst team in the league defending the run, and Baltimore is the third leading rushing team, especially with Lamar Jackson. They run a lot better. Tony, a lot of points. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not going to be quite as apprehensive as Lou here. I'm just going to take the points and take Dallas in this spot. Mentioned this throughout this year. Dallas is in that sweet spot of being a team that started the season 0-8 against the spread. So what I do for a team like that, I'm looking for every opportunity I can to take them on the road. They did great at Minnesota. I'm looking at a Baltimore team. Lou alluded to it with his stat, mentioning the 2-8 against the spread following a straight up loss. What that tells me that even if they do win, they're not covering numbers. And this is just over a touchdown is a big number in the NFL this time of year. Baltimore night game. I'm assuming it might be, not cold, but frosty, when a little exhale breath. So, I mean, when they pop, it's a pop. Makes it for a slower game. Looking for Dallas, perhaps as a Dallas backer here, for Dalton to control the clock, move the chains, grind out defense, not give up the big play. We'll see how Jackson looks. You'll be able to tell pretty early, but I'm hoping Dallas athletic enough to keep him contained, not give up the huge run. I don't trust the Ravens here. I think this is more, for me, a fade on the Ravens in this spot as it is an endorsement on the Cowboys. But I am favorable to backing Dallas getting these kind of numbers for the rest of the year if they want to keep putting them up.
Bag of Diamonds. As a professional sports handicapper, Dallas has had 12 days off before this game. How do you factor that in your gambling and your pick selecting?
Well, obviously you probably have to give that advantage to Dallas, but sometimes, a little bit too much time off it may not be to your advantage as well. It's really tough to factor in, especially with the schedule. But I would, my first guess would be it's going to give them extra time to do some healing and prepare for the opponent. So I guess you got to give Dallas a little bit of an edge for that. Especially, I think Baltimore's on a short one also.
Yeah, and Baltimore does have Ingram and Dobbins back, and they can run the football. We'll see if Dallas can stop it, because they haven't so far this year. But this should be exciting. We do have some college basketball guys here. Thank you for watching Bettor Center Live on bettorcenter.com. Don't forget to check out Facebook and YouTube at Loule Diamond. We'll start with some college basketball. Tony Gulledge, I know you're a big CBB fan. That's right, from UNC Chapel Hill. You're North Carolina. They, of course, have the greatest athlete in the history of sports that went to UNC. Do you know who that is?
Are we referring
Don't
to Michael Jordan?
Don't say Michael Jordan, because it's not Michael Jordan, Tony. Think about it.
Trick question.
Greatest
Lawrence
athlete.
Taylor. Okay, Lawrence Taylor, the real LT.
Okay, I mean, he was pretty solid. He was played for Dick Crum. They played Dan Marino to a 7-6 game. They lost Pittsburgh. I remember the guy. Pretty good ball player. Lawrence
Pretty
Taylor.
good. Yeah. Not
Yeah,
too bad.
pretty good.
All right, let's go with not too bad. Let's go with your first college basketball pick. It's Northern Kentucky at Dayton. I know this is one of your top picks. Break it down for us.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Usually I have a one best bet, and I am literally going to put this up here just shortly as my bookie buster play up on the Bettor Center site. Uh, very few and far in between, not putting a ton of them up, but we went 2-0 on Saturday and Sunday, banged out the Ohio State play. That was easy money, and then sweated out the Dolphins against the Bengals. Did get that, so went 2-0 now, 10-4 overall with the bookie buster plays. As soon as I get done with the show, I'm going to type it up, get it there available. It's coming from this college basketball card. I really love this game, like it enough to put it as a bookie buster. In this game, this is one of my two key releases, basically my second and third best plays of the night. Northern Kentucky getting double digits against a Dayton team. At times, you've had good Dayton teams in the past, right, where they've snuck into an Elite Eight, a Sweet 16 here or there. But I don't think this team is as strong. They just lost 66-64 to SMU. They barely beat Eastern Illinois at home. It was I saw the tail end of that. They were sloppy down the stretch. I really wasn't impressed with Dayton. They perhaps will be better later in the season, but right now they're kind of struggling. Northern Kentucky is a hardworking little team. I think suburbs of Cincinnati, don't gut me if I'm wrong on this, but suburbs of Cincinnati is in Kentucky, and I think that's where you'll find the Northern Kentucky Norse. We're speaking about Odin, the Norse god, his sons Thor and Loki ruling the realm. You're going to get a solid effort from these guys. And what I'm hoping here is that this double digit, and I noticed that the line was coming down. I liked it initially, and I still kind of like it. Their only loss was at Chattanooga, 79-72. And I came right back, and Chattanooga was my best bet play last night as they got a nice win on the road. So here in Northern Kentucky, I just think the points is the value. Dayton, athletic, but not shooting the ball very good, sloppy, turnover issues early in the season. They got a lot of work to do to get better. I'm going to try to take advantage of that early in the season with a competent, well-coached Norse team. Take the double-digit points and look to cash this ticket.
All right, that spread is Dayton -12. That's what it's currently at. It opened up over under 139.5, which is down to 134. Loule Diamond, do you have any thoughts on this game?
Well, I could see why the game got steamed a little bit under, as the Norse are 12-4 to the under their last 16 road games, 6-2 to the under as a road underdog, 6-2 to the under. Or 5-2 to the under the last 7 as an underdog overall. And Dayton, they come in 6-2 to the under versus a team with a losing record, 28-2, 20 overs. I'm sorry, unders, 8 overs. I'm sorry, I got that one backwards. 20 overs, 8 unders. Their last 30 with the team above 600. So 4 straight unders for the Flyers. So most of the information you're getting as far as the team trends, the way they're playing, would be the under. And this year right now, pretty much 3 straight unders for Northern Kentucky, while 4 straight unders, 5 out of 6 for Dayton. So I can see why it's steamed under, probably a little bit late. But I also do have a play on this game in my basketball system. We'll talk about that in a second.
All right, that brings us to game number 3, game number 2 of college basketball. That would be Tennessee State at Belmont. This game opened up Belmont -13.5, and it's currently -14.5 with an over-under 148.5, now 149. Tony Gulledge, this is your second favorite play, so tell us about this one.
Yeah, I really like this play. On a normal day, this probably would be my best bet play. What you're getting is a Belmont team. Last season, man, if we remember how the season abruptly ended, this team had just earned a bid into the NCAA tournament. They're well coached. I love the style of offense. It's a motion offense. They get open shots for three-point shooters. The kids make them. This is a good team, and I think that, as a season, you're likely to see them in the NCAA tournament if they can get one in this year. I really thought last year's team was a touch better because they had a little more continuity. They lost a couple players, but the way this team is, it's a system. You work it around almost like a Gene Hackman in Hoosiers, baby. You keep moving and passing. and back cuts and kick the ball. When you kick it inside, you kick it out to the shooters. But what's good about this team is they have a good inside player. So when you try to hedge out to those shooters, this guy can take it right in and get an easy two. He's been doing it. They were awful the last game at home against Sanford. They lost their lone loss of the season. Look for the bounce back here against a team that was worse than 300th in efficiency on offense. They don't shoot the ball well. I can't imagine. This is their first game of the season, Tennessee State. I can't imagine they got great over this COVID issue. Look for Belmont to simply take advantage. And the reason this line is, it should be closer to 20. I think this is an easy. They're going to get out to a big lead, and I doubt Tennessee State's going to have any resistance late to try to get the backdoor cover. I just don't think they're going to be able to do it. And the fact that Belmont played so poorly last game at home, shooting the ball at 34% and 20% from three-point range, expect them to bang home those jumpers tonight, and they're going to roll to a big win. Belmont is a great play to be on tonight.
Mr. Louie.
Well, I guess Tony's got. I really don't have anything on this play, but I do see some undering in this game as well. But in Tony's favor, 4 straight misses for Tennessee State Tigers as a road underdog, 0-4 on the road every time. So they have not been doing the job. So there's a plus for Tony as far as the numbers go. But the under has hit 13 out of the last 16 overall for them Tigers of Tennessee State. 7 straight unders on the road. And but if you want to combat it a little bit, a Tuesday night game, 12-3-1 to the over. Sometimes I'll buy the day of the week because they have certain promotions like in the NBA and things like that, travel days. Not sure if that really plays too much into play. So definitely see some under. The home team has covered 6 straight times in this game. 10-4 to the under for Belmont. 9-3 to the under for Belmont at home. All those numbers lean to an under.
I just want to throw in, since you're mentioning the total, that I can see why Tennessee State is an under team, because they shoot horribly, man. If you watch this team, they are just brick masons, dude. It is brutal to watch. Like I said, unless they got great and picked up some JUCO that I'm not seeing, some information I'm not getting, I just don't see how they're going to be better. Look for them to shoot in that 35% range. And I can see this going under where they're scoring like 55, 60 points, where Belmont's in the 80, 85 range. What was the total again? So that's about 130, 135.
149 and a half.
I just don't see Tennessee State putting up something bigger than 60 range. I think that's about the most you're going to get. So that would leave you with damn near 90. I didn't get the beep, and I didn't mean to go there. Sorry, Eugene, with the cuss word. But anything around 90, right? So Tennessee State 60, and Belmont in the mid-80s, and you got the under 2. But I don't think Tennessee State – I think 60 is an ambitious number. I'm looking for something more in the 50s from them, because I just know how they play. They're going to try to be cute and slow it down, but they're just going to hit bricks. Belmont's going to run the court, drain threes, dunk. Belmont, and I'm going to kind of lean with you there, Lou. I kind of do like this under.
All right.
That's a big number. That's a stout number, 150.
I think I got my new most interesting play of the day.
I think so. All right, let's go back to you, Louis Diamond, and tell us more about your college basketball system and plays.
All right. So the college basketball system, if you've been watching, we're on fire. We're hitting a solid 60% yesterday. We 3-1 yesterday, so 75% yesterday. Current record is, it's up there on the screen, 84 wins, 57 losses, and 7 pushes. So we're cashing some tickets. There's 11 games out there today, so get it real interesting. Make it real interesting. Stop out to the bettorcenter.com on Facebook. It's the only place I'm giving those games out, unless you're a client. Bettorcenter.com, Facebook. We're basically just promoting the Facebook because these get the videos every day. I am going to be turning these free plays off very soon. So it's time to cash some tickets, guys. Listen, 84, 57, and 7, and I got 11 plays for you today. enjoy the buffet.
Tony, any final words or thoughts? Bookie Buster.
Just look for this Bookie Buster in college basketball here shortly. It'll be up ready to go. I think it's going to be a big winner tonight. I'm looking forward to it. 10-4, over 70% right now, coming off a 2-0 sweep. Going to pop one here on a Tuesday night college basketball game. Big game. You'll get to watch it. It's going to drop a little hint. Prime time. Going to get a lot of coverage on TV, so you can sit there and watch your money come home with this Bookie Buster play in college basketball tonight. Thanks, Brad.
You are welcome, and thank you, everyone, for watching Bettor Center Live, of course, on bettorcenter.com. Also, YouTube at Loule Diamond and Facebook. We are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Saturday, 7 a.m., where we dissect college football, and Sunday, 8 a.m. I usually host that one, or Loule Diamond the First will do it. One of us. Well, anyways, thank you to Eugene, of course, that's Spotlight Film Productions, for being a great director and producer. Thank you, Loule Diamond and Tony Gulledge, the Red Rifle. You guys were wonderful. We'll see you back Thursday. We're not here tomorrow. That is Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a great day, and watch tonight, Tuesday Night Football.